The ripples of the bulky tarp startled me at first. There isn't any detectable wind out tonight, and my taillights glared at the black fabric in great detail. That observation guides me towards the assumption that someone might be trapped under it. And the bulge is roughly the shape of a human anyway. This oddness turns into empathy, then that empathy transforms into scariness. It's as if I'm the hypothetical victim under the tarp. I don't necessarily want to call 911, because it could just be some plain old wood that the truck driver picked up from the local Home Depot. But why would it be under such a spooky tarp? I'm not saying that all truck drivers are kidnappers, but my suspicion is naturally growing. Plus, the tarp gives me way too much of an eerie vibe that is difficult to handle. The stereotype of truck drivers eventually makes me pursue the large automobile. It's better to be politically incorrect than to let a murderer get its way anyway, right? I don't drive up too close towards the rear, for the driver will notice me. But doubts still kick in, and scary scenarios pop up. He'll track me down, and I'll be his next kidnappee under the tarp. Maybe someone like me will save me. Or what if the victim tried to save someone else under the tarp? Or maybe there is no victim and I'll be the first one to get kidnapped. Who knows? However, I know this. My father instilled the life message into me as a child that cowardice is only a human attribute, so it shouldn't stop me from accomplishing my goals. That's brainwashing at its finest. The truck pulls into a typical friendly suburban neighborhood. That only makes the truck seem more out of place to me, and so is the tarp. The tarp is connected with the truck, and the truck is in contrast with the neighborhood, so technically the tarp is also out of its place. So indirectly, the tarp isn't conforming to anything. The truck makes a right turn around a narrow corner, which gives me an opportunity to park my car by the curb and get out. I'm not in sight of the tarp anymore, so I feel a little bit better. Luckily, my trustworthy pocket knife rests unexpectedly in my pants. After 20 minutes of searching for the truck, it's at no visible driveway. The only other path I found was a dirt path into the woods. Be brave, Jake, be brave. Luckily, my chicken-like impulses don't give in this time and my legs start moving. Maybe I should give in to temptation and walk back. Is it that the healthiest option? No, Jake, don't do that. Soon, I realized that having an internal fight with myself only serves no use, and the tarp seemed way too unusual to ignore it. Now the only option is to know for sure if I'm either a courageous hero or just a paranoid trespasser. How great. But I accept this. I accept that I'm just a strange person. But the tarp is definitely a stranger, so now I'm not the crazy one for once in comparison to everyone else, or things. As a matter of fact, the truck is parked at this house. The tarp from the back of the truck is also gone. I guess I will always be strange. As I turn around, I hear a piercing shriek. Mixed emotions settle in because the low possibility of what I thought was true might actually be true. Now my strangeness has done me good finally. I feel relieved, but I also felt scared because I was hoping I was wrong, ironically. The screen controls my body into pulling out my cell phone and dialing 911. But the police might not get here in time, so I had to make a plan. After I made the call, I searched around the house for an entry. At the back, there's a window opened. My body lunges into the house, but I'm as quiet as a mouse. My pocket knife is out. The blade shakes like an earthquake. My body is the seismic wave. The adrenaline blurs out all other thoughts and I'm focused. Every step is crucial. Soon my foot touches a coffee table. The loud ring of a metal leg in contact with my sneaker plays all throughout the house. I'm pretty sure my heart stops. My adrenaline level is so high that it feels like I'm numb, physically and mentally. My body stands frozen in absolute terror. I hear footsteps running up the basement stairwell. Soon the footsteps reach the floor I'm on. This is it, I solemnly tell myself. The footsteps make their way towards the front door. Soon I hear a loud slam of the door. This causes me to fall back, which breaks my shock. As I learned that I was in a trance a couple seconds ago, I knew that I had to stay smart. Was it the driver or the victim that went out the door? Then I realized it had to be the driver because he wasn't screaming. But why didn't the victim scream for help after the driver escaped? In a life or death situation, my body runs down into the basement, but how could I come in contact with something so awful? Only an insane person could describe what I saw. As my eyes turned around the corner, the sight of a dead woman lying on the tarp was seen. Nothing was imaginable. The only way I could describe the scene was one word: horror. My mind's sanity went away, and there's nothing left of me besides paranoia. A bloody knife sat on the ground beside her. Soon I hear the door open. My other hand grabs the bloody knife, and as I face the stairwell with two knives in my hands, my skin is bright red. A storm of police officers calm down. Oh no. One of them shoots me in the leg, but I don't feel anything. My body then tumbles onto the tarp. Then I realized something. I smiled. You don't know why? Because I was right. I did meet my fate with the tarp. And at least I wasn't the strange one.